This has been the longest week of my life.
Well, you'll be free soon. Hey, come on, look at that face. How could anybody want to put that in prison? What a waste.
Thank you for being here. I couldn't have made it without you.
Well, who loves you, baby?
You do. Something else is on your mind. What is it?
I have some news.
About the trial.
No, actually, it's about Christina.
Ta-da! Surprise! We're home! Home. Yoo-hoo! Scott? Hey! Yoo-hoo, Scott! We're home, we're home, we're home! Surprise! Oh, rats. Rats.
Oh, sugar, we have got to start staying in one place more than 5 minutes.
It's right. Nobody is home.
Oh, well, honey, they weren't expecting us till tomorrow.
I know that, but I couldn't stay away one more day.
No.
You know, I know Serena's in school, but I was really, really, really counting on Scott being here.
Oh.
I heard you were looking for me.
I had a feeling it'd be you.
What are you, Kreskin?
No, merely hopeful.
You're not going to start buttering me up again, are you?
Oh, maybe later. What's your schedule like today?
Well, what, do you want to play another game of darts? Watch me throw bullseyes?
Are you available or not?
I could be.
Well, good. Then let's go.
Let's go. Where's that?
Little road trip.
Oh, wait a second. Define road trip.
We're gonna go see Greg Cooper.
Now, if you think that's fun, then you're not getting out of your apartment enough.
You remember the outcome of our dart game?
Yeah, I won. And as the winner, that's the last thing that I'd want to do.
Okay, well, as the loser, I need to convince you that Julie is innocent.
Well, then the loser should do a better job of convincing the winner.
Greg Cooper was telling the truth when he wrote his confession. If you came with me, if you saw him in person, if you observed him closely, I think that you'd see the same thing that I do. And it would convince you that Julie's innocent.
A little news flash for you. Greg Cooper couldn't convince me that it was Tuesday.
Oh, come on. Just one trip. It won't take long.
No, I don't want to go. I got more important things to do.
You're worried about Neil Canellis, aren't you? How is he?
Well, he's got pneumonia. And his mother lost a baby who was going to be a donor, you know.
Yeah, it must be especially hard for someone like you. Someone with kids of his own to see a child so sick.
Yeah, well, it's not easy. I remember when Serena was in ICU. Car accident a year ago last summer.
Yeah, but she's happy. She's healthy. Everything worked out okay.
Yeah, but if anything had happened, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Serena's really lucky to have a parent who cares so much.
Now I'm about to be 3 times lucky. Serena, Karen, come Friday. Christina.
The adoption's on Friday?
That's right, and it couldn't be any quicker for me. What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing. No, I couldn't be happier, really. I'm thrilled for you. I'm just surprised, Lucy being out of town and all.
Well, she's coming back tomorrow.
Well, you certainly do have a lot on your plate.
Yes. Yes, I do. But I always do clean my plate.
Yes, you do it nicely. Well, since you're not going to take a trip with me to see Greg Cooper, how about going with me to Ferncliff? Maybe between myself and Julie, we can ease your mind about her innocence.
I don't want to do that because it's not going to do any good.
Well, how do you know?
Because, you know what, I got instincts.
Well, you know, instincts aren't always right.
Listen, what do you care, you know? I did the best job I could for your client. Now it's up to the jury. What difference does it make whether I think she's innocent or not?
Look, it's not so much that I'm trying to convince you that she's innocent any longer. I'm just trying to give you a peace of mind. Isn't that what friends do? They help each other?
Well, okay. Be friends. I got a little job for you then.
Okay.
Swing by the firehouse on the way out to Ferncliff. I've got some papers that I want Julie to sign.
Well, why don't you go to Ferncliff with me?
Because I don't want to go to Ferncliff. Now, you going to do this or not?
Okay. Don't say I didn't do you any favors, all right? And I was wondering, if I were to actually beat you at a game of darts, would you go with me to see Julie then?
I was throwing bullseyes left and right. You'd owe me for the rest of your life.
What are you doing, Sugar? Getting the place all spruced out?
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, I haven't seen Scott in quite a while, you know. In fact, I'm so excited I feel like I'm back in high school. That's crazy, isn't it?
No, it's not crazy. That's love.
Okay, what do you think? Do I look okay?
Oh, honey, you look beautiful.
Oh, good. Gosh, where is that boy? I wish he was here already. You know, I want to plant a big old kiss right on his goofy, gorgeous face.
Well, I guess we can take a hint, can't we? I think she's trying to get rid of it, Sugar.
Wait a minute. I am not trying to get rid of you. You don't have to leave.
Well, I was going to go take her and see an old friend of mine, kind of show off my great niece.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, do you realize how pretty that sounds, great niece? Almost as beautiful as daughter sounds. Do you realize you are my daughter? Well, you always have been in my heart, but now, on Friday, guess what? It's going to be official. Here you go, you. Here you go.
Oh, honey, you're a very lucky lady, because you're a wonderful mother.
Oh, Aunt Charlene, thanks to you.
No, I think you did most of that on your own, honey. Of course, you're still way out there. Thank goodness, but it's a good kind of out there. I mean, it's all grown up, and it's giving and responsible and very loving, Sugar.
Oh, Aunt Charlene, you know I adored BJ so much, and I love Serena with all my heart. But this little sweet pea, I get to actually see you go from being a little baby through toddlerhood to being a little girl, up to being all the way into womanhood.
You know, the way you and Scott are with these kiddos, you ought to have a whole house full of them. Oh, speaking of that, we better get going. Oh, so you can have some time with Scott alone
Before Serena comes home from school.
Well, okay, here you go. I'm gonna miss you, okay? Oh, Angel Face, you're Daddy, and we love you so much, okay? But just have fun, and, Aunt Charlene, thank you. I'll see you soon.
Well, we're going to take our time. You take yours.
Oh, deal. Oh, Aunt Charlene, wait. Okay, and put a little hood up and have fun, and I'll see you soon. And Aunt Charlene, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, had to take that page.
Do you have to go?
No, I handled it.
You said you had news about Christina. Tell me.
Right. Have a seat. Neil Canellos, he is in pretty bad shape. He has complications on top of his leukemia.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so unfair for an innocent child to have to suffer.
That's how I figured you'd react.
What does this have to do with Christina?
Well, it's interesting, actually. It seems that Neil's father is Frank Scanlon.
Frank and Courtney were together at the same time she was with Joe?
That's the scoop.
Wow. And here I thought Frank was Mr. Goody Two-Shoes in his pre-drug days.
Well, surprise, surprise. Turns out Frank was the bad boy all along.
Yeah, a regular Johnny Appleseed.
Lucky for Neil, though.
Why lucky for Neil?
Well, he needs a bone marrow donor.
I don't think I like where this is going.
Julie, come on, Neil could die. I can't sit back and watch him get worse. I'm wondering whether or not his half-sister's a match.
You want Christina tested?
Yes, I do.
I've heard a lot of excuses in my line of work.
I bet you have.
But, why don't you take some papers to Julie to get me over to your place? I don't know, I was thinking of something a little more creative, maybe straightforward.
You're right. The maid didn't show up this week.
I don't do windows. But I do a lot of other things.
Hey. You miss me? Well, does this poodle person follow you around everywhere now, or just when I'm out of town?
Well, I'm not really a puppy. We've been spending a lot of time together, but only because of the case.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I have the papers over here that I'm going to give to you so that you can take them to Julie. Here we go. Sign there.
Great, okay,
Okay.
what else do I owe you? Welcome home.
Yes. Welcome home. How come you're home so early?
Well, let me ask you this question. How come this person, Dr. Always Around, is here? And what did she mean, I still owe you?
Who cares about her?
I care. She always seems to be around here when I'm not.
Well, like she said, we've been working on this, silly little case here.
I see. And so that old doctor's just interested in your big, beautiful legal mind.
I don't care what she's interested in. What I'm interested in is what's underneath this flimsy little robe.
Oh, no, you don't. I am not going to be stopped. You cannot stop my rantings and my ravings.
Oh, but I missed you so much.
Yeah, sure you did.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I couldn't wait for you to get home.
It didn't look like it to me.
I only waited this long to see if another donor could be found.
Well, maybe someone will still be found.
No, Courtney lost the baby. That would have been the perfect match for Neil. Now he's getting worse. He needs bone marrow now.
I have been separated from my child since birth, and I am desperate to be with her again. I don't want to risk anything that will prevent her from being in my arms.
Julie, you will have her back.
Yeah, the odds of her being a match are so small anyway. Why take the risk?
Because there's the possibility that she could be close enough to save Neil's life. We have to have her tested.
Let's say she is a match. A bone marrow extraction means drilling into her hip. I don't want her hurt.
Come on. She wouldn't feel a thing. She'd be under anesthesia. I mean, sure, there'd be some pain afterwards, a little discomfort, but she'd be fine. You're a doctor. You know this.
I suppose so.
Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if Christina needed a donor and Courtney refused to let Neil be tested?
I'd hate it.
Mm-hmm. You bet you would. Now, I love Christina, too. I don't want to see her suffer any pain. And I sure don't want to jeopardize getting her back. But Neil is a good kid who will probably die if he doesn't get a bone marrow transplant.
How do you even know that Scott and Lucy will consent?
Planted the idea in Serena Baldwin's head. She's best friends with Neil, and she jumped at the thought.
It's so hard having no control over my baby's life. Having other people make the decisions about my daughter.
You know, when you get out of here, which will be soon, you can claim that little girl and put all this behind you.
Yeah, well, Rachel doesn't think I should come forward right away. A woman fresh out of an institution who still hasn't proven herself.
Hey, you've won over a lot more people than you realize.
Well, I hope the powers that be feel the same way you do. I don't want to do anything foolish, Chris. But I really don't think I can wait that much longer to be with Christina.
You won't have to, okay? We'll get you out of here. And fast.
Then the minute I have my freedom, I am taking my daughter back.
Betrayed by love.
Roseanne and I teamed up to keep you and Christian apart.
She has to expose the truth.
I'm gonna tell Christian before he makes the biggest mistake of his life.
Jessica's in the race of her life.
Hi, Christian. Take you, Roseanne.
Will she get there in time? One Life to Live, ABC Daytime.
Oh, how was that for a homecoming?
That was the very best reception I've ever had.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. The kid.
Lucy! Oh, you pumpkinhead. Oh, I missed you so much. I'm so glad to see you.
I didn't know you were coming back today.
Well, you know, I couldn't stay away from you any longer.
That's my mom, all right. I'm so lucky. Carpool dropped me off first.
Oh, we're both lucky, lucky, lucky.
Where's Christina?
Oh, she, went with Aunt Charlene, you know, just on a little errand. She'll be back soon. She missed you, too, so much.
I can't wait to tell her all about Friday.
I know.
Hey, Serena made a little card for the occasion.
Did? Oh, look at this. Welcome to the family. Baby sister. Oh, come here. Sit down. I want to look at this really up close. What does it say? Love, Serena. In cursive. You did it. And this is so wonderful. Okay, we're going to glue this right in Christina's baby book so she'll have it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
I hope Neil has his card forever and ever. I dropped it off at the hospital yesterday. But...
yeah, I kind of heard that Neil was having a little bit of a rough time.
Yeah. Dad, did you ask Lucy if Christina and me can we be tested?
What? What? Be tested for what?
As bone marrow donors for Neil.
It was her idea.
Oh, Sweet Pea, that is the most wonderful, thoughtful thing I've ever heard. Do you know you are the most thoughtful person in the whole wide world?
I told her we'd have to discuss it first.
Oh. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So, what do you think?
I'm for it.
Can we, Lucy, please? Can we do it?
Well, I don't see why not. I mean, anything that's good for Neil, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Right.
Right.
You, me, Christina, we will be together. Fashion, you can say Chris is the greatest.
You are the greatest. How did I get so lucky?
Oh, because you're smart, and you're funny, and beautiful, and a little bit bad in a good way.
I would have gone crazy for real if it hadn't been for you. You make everything better. But I'm still scared to death. I can't help it.
Just hang in there a little while longer, okay?
Well, hey, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Scott wanted me to bring these papers by for you to sign.
Sure. Any word on the jury deliberations?
No, nothing yet, but the longer they're out, the better it is for us.
Well, it sure doesn't feel better. It's agonizing.
Everything okay?
Yeah, Chris and I were just going over what happens if I'm released.
When you're released. What were you wondering?
The steps. You know, the steps Julie will have to go through to get out of this place.
I see. Well, you're going to have to take an exit examination. Of course, you were declared competent to stand trial. But Ferncliff, they're the ones that have to sign off.
And will that be a glitch?
No, after my recommendation, it's only going to be a formality.
Then what?
Then, when everything goes the way it is going to go perfectly, you're going to move in with Chris. And then you're going to start to interact with society.
And what about Christina?
Well, I've been developing a close friendship with Scott, so it'll make it easier for you to get to Christina. But there's something that you do need to know. I found out that the adoption is proceeding quickly.
How quickly?
This Friday.
But it's too soon.
No, but it's not a problem, Julie, and it doesn't change any of our plans. Unless you've been working on a plan of your own.
Of course not.
Good, because our chances of getting Christina back are better if we do things gradually. We get you reestablished into society, become a model citizen, and then we take our step forward when the time is right.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take this outside, excuse me. Hello?
The adoption is Friday. How am I going to get out of here and get Christina before then?
Don't worry, we'll come up with something.
But Chris, it's 3 days. It doesn't give us enough time.
That was Scott. The verdict is in.
Come on, I'm gonna be late for court.
I am hurrying. Don't worry. Listen, they cannot read the verdict until you are there.
I just want this whole thing over.
I know, and you have to stop letting this whole thing upset you so much. You know, it's gonna happen. Whatever's gonna happen, it's done.
Yeah, but I was a big part of the trial, you know, and I'm not even sure what to hope for.
Well, let's just hope that justice is served today, and I think justice would be served by Julie being released.
Well, we'll find out soon enough, won't we?
Hey,
Hi.
Courtney, what's wrong? Did something happen to Neil?
No. He's the same.
Well, come in. Come on.
Thank you.
I just came back for a quick shower.
Yeah, I'm on my way to do the same.
Well, I'm headed back to GH, so take your time.
Oh, okay. You know, I feel like everything keeps coming at me, you know, in waves. And I am fighting to keep my head above the water. I am. But some days it's pretty hard.
Who's trying to drown you today?
Nobody. I just wish I never got that stupid thing fixed.
What stupid thing?
My car radio. It was broken after the accident, and I should have just left it that way.
Yeah, but I know you. You couldn't stand the silence while you were driving.
Yeah, especially when it was filled up with me worrying about Neil.
So what did you hear on the radio that's worse than that?
Nothing. Just one more thing to deal with. The jury's back on Julie's trial.
Dr.
Come on, Kevin, pick up. Kevin, where are you?
Well, did you hear the news?
Yes, I did, and the suspense is killing me. You know, no matter what those 12 people decide, we will never really know whether Julie is innocent or guilty.
And that's lousy. But at least legally, it'll be over and done with. I'm sorry I'm late, dear. Are you still free for lunch?
Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for an hour.
I was doing research in the medical library. I turned off my cell phone. Why?
Julie's trial. The verdict is in.
Come on, deep breaths, Pookie.
Chris, what if I stand up there to face the jury and an instant later, it's all gone. Everything we have worked for, everything I've dreamed of.
No matter what happens in that courtroom, we can handle it.
As long as you stay strong. But don't you understand? Every day I have spent here in Ferncliff, I've had one thing. Hope. And today the jury may take even that away from me. I could end up locked up for the rest of my life with no chance of a future with Chris or my little girl.
Hey, even if the jury convicts you, it's not the end.
Chris is right, Julie.
Rachel, can I have a minute with Chris?
Yeah. Sure you can, but make it quick, okay? We really should get going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Promise me something.
Anything.
If the verdict is guilty,
Come on, we have to think positive.
I have to be practical for Christina.
Okay, what do you want me to promise?
That no matter what, Christina knows that I am her mother and that I am not a horrible person.
Julie.
Swear to me, Chris. Swear that you'll tell Christina how much I love her. I can't face this unless you do.
I promise.
Thank you.
You know, I know how hard this is. But you have to believe that this is the beginning. It's not the end. And that we're all going to ride off a beautiful sunset together, you, me, and Christina. And she's going to know how much you love her because you'll be there showing her every day. You hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Now, what do you say we go face that jury?
Bringing you live coverage of the verdict in the case of accused murderer Julie Devlin Ramsey. So stay tuned to WLPC.
I didn't think this trial would ever end.
I understand if you want to go over to the courthouse, Frank.
No, I want to be here with you.
I thought you'd want to be there when they read the verdict.
Julie is my past. You and Neil are my future.
I love hearing you say those words. But it's kind of hard to think about the three of us when Neil's so sick.
Gotta have faith.
Well, all I can see right now is the look on Neil's face when he called me a liar.
Courtney, he was hurt and he was angry with both of us. Just give him time and he'll get over it.
You were right. You begged me to tell him the truth, but I wouldn't.
Blaming yourself now isn't going to do Neil or anybody any good.
Oh, there has to be something I can do. There's got to be some way that I can pick up the pieces of Neil's life.
There is. Give him time.
I would give him all the time in the world. But how much time does he have, Frank?
A lot. He is going to get through this.
Will he? You know, it was bad enough when Neil was sick and he had us to lean on, but now he doesn't even feel like he has a mother or father anymore. And I did that to him.
Better luck next time, Scott. I think we both know the outcome of this trial.
Now, you better brush up on your constitutional law. You are innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, well, the founding fathers never heard of Julie Devlin Ramsey.
From the looks of that, I'd say our friend Dara doesn't like you too much right now.
Oh, now, come on, Kevin. Truth be told, you haven't been exactly cheering here for me.
Well, that's because I never imagined that you'd be defending Julie after what she did.
Ah, come on. Let's give that a rest.
You're right. The only opinion that counts now is the jury's anyway.
Kevin, did you bring a rope for the lynching?
Julie, all I want for today is that justice be served.
Great. Me too. Kevin thinks he knows everything about people, but he doesn't. He doesn't know anything, so don't let it get to you.
Yeah. It's not about what Kevin thinks, what jury thinks.
Another ray of sunshine from your attorney. Can't you just fake a little optimism?
Ramsey, it's not about optimism. It's about knowing what to do next.
Well, what we're going to do next is live happily ever after.
If the jury comes back with a guilty verdict, don't worry. We can still appeal.
And you don't have to worry if the verdict is innocent.
Okay, well, finally, good. Thank you very much. It's done. Finally, Friday's taken care of.
What's happening then?
Oh, Christina, you know, our little baby girl, the adoption becomes finalized on Friday. So we're having this kind of a get-together at the firehouse. I was arranging the food and everything, and I was just wondering if maybe, well, Scott and I would like it if all of you would come.
I think we wouldn't miss it, huh?
Well, I'll have to check my schedule, but I'd love to be there.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great news, Lucy. Congratulations.
Thanks, Doc. It's a tough day, huh? I mean, I know after you treated Julie for so long, it's hard to find out if she's going to go free or go back to prison.
I honestly don't want to see her in prison, but there's no alternative since she can't stay in Ferncliff.
Oh, yes, there is. Any minute now, Julie could come roaring out of her cage and back into our personal lives.
How bad could it be having Julie back in town?
How bad was it being bricked up into a wall? Come on, Kevin, we have to take our seats.
So, do you really believe that Julie's innocent?
You know, yeah, I think I do.
Well, Lucy, do you think that it's possible that your judgment could be a little clouded because Julie saved Christina?
I think that I just started listening to my earlier instincts when I saw Julie holding Christina.
So, you were on the fence, and that incident pushed you in the wrong direction.
Matt, I don't know if you're a spiritual person, but I'm sure you've heard enough about me. I am. And I feel this weird, maybe odd connection to Julie, just some way. And I think I would know if she was guilty or not.
Well, I can't buy it, Lucy.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to, because today we'll find out. She'll probably go free, and then we'll all know that she is not going to do us any harm. thank you very much. Neil's sleeping. He seems to be holding his own.
Has Joe heard anything from Karen yet?
No, not since she arrived in L.A.
Well, you see how stubborn Karen can be. If anybody can get Neil back into the clinical trial, it's her.
Do you really think Neil will get better, Frank?
Absolutely. Look how well his pneumonia cleared up.
It's not the pneumonia I'm worried about, it's the leukemia. And that hasn't cleared up.
One day at a time, Courtney.
I am just so afraid of what might happen. What if Neil dies? His last memory of me, of his mother, will be that I lied to him.
No matter how angry Neil is at you, he is not going to stop loving you. You're his mother. You were there for him when he didn't have anyone else. And that is the memory that is going to stay in his heart and his mind.
What makes you so sure?
Hey, look who you're talking to, huh? How many times have I tried to stop loving you, and I just keep coming back?
Okay. How's it going?
I'm glad to see a friendly face.
I'm gonna get a drink of water.
Okay.
I thought you were out of town.
Oh, I was, but I couldn't really stay away, so I got back yesterday.
You and Christina?
Well, yeah. Oh, she's crawling. You should see her. She goes so fast now, and she's just more beautiful than ever. So beautiful.
I think so, too.
Well, thank you. You know, Serena, of course, is awfully beautiful, too. In fact, they're about to become sisters officially.
What do you mean?
Oh, the final adoption. It takes place on Friday. It's done.
So soon?
Well, actually, you know, it's already been 6 months.
Well, I'm sure she'll end up exactly where she belongs.
Oh, Scotty, hi. We came just as soon as we heard.
Well, it won't be long now.
Waiting is never easy, son.
Sure, but this is particularly hard.
Well, we have to admit we were kind of surprised when you took this case in the first place.
I surprised myself. Sometimes, you know, I don't even know what I'm going to say next.
Yeah, but your intentions are always good, Scott.
Yes, but intentions don't always get you the results that you want.
Hey, Scott, Joe DiMaggio never even came close to batting 500, and in my opinion, he's the best Yankee ever. Don't be so hard on yourself.
I just want to do the right thing here.
Look, you always try. That's why I'd be proud to call you my law partner.
Law partner?
Listen, I told you that I would consider our working together once the time was right. I can't imagine a time more right than this. Now, you still want to team up or change your mind?
No, I haven't changed my mind, partner.
I just got off the phone with Mac. That number we took from Rachel's office is a dead end.
So there's no way to tell whose number that was?
Apparently, the number belongs to a factory just outside town. A big factory.
Ah. So that means we can't trace who made the call.
No, apparently finding out who this Livy is isn't going to be as easy as we hoped.
Another piece to the Rachel Locke puzzle.
Yeah, the only thing we know for sure about Dr. Locke is how driven she is.
Yeah, look at what she's accomplished in the short time she's been here. She managed to get Julie declared competent and set up this trial for her.
And now Julie may get away with murder.
Meet Elena Cassadine. She's ruthless.
You're toast, Alexis.
Evil.
Alexis knows something. She has to be eliminated.
And ready to strike. A shocking conclusion. General Hospital, ABC Daytime.
Feeling better?
Yeah, a little bit.
My mom called while you were freshening up. Still no word about the verdict.
Well, there's no way they're going to find Julie innocent. Not after everything she's done.
I don't have as much faith in the justice system as you. I think it could go either way.
Well, what are we going to do if they set her free? What if she comes after me again? Or what if she comes after Neil?
That is not going to happen. I'll protect both you and Neil.
You promise? promise?
Scout's honor.
You were never a Boy Scout.
All right, okay. On my honor.
Well, that's more than good enough for me. Oh. As good as this feels, we really need to get back to the hospital.
Are you okay now?
No, and I won't be okay until Neil's better again, but you're right. We're going to get through this.
We have to.
And I have to admit, I'm a little bit relieved that we don't have to keep the secret anymore.
I was so sick of lying.
I know. I could see what it was doing to you. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's over. It's past. It's done. Let's think about our future.
You really want this to work out, don't you? Even after everything that's happened, huh?
Absolutely.
But you keep seeing the way I screw everything up. And you still want to have a family with me.
No, I'll try to overlook your flaws. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly Mr. Perfect either.
Well, I don't need you to be perfect. Just don't ever stop loving me, okay?
You all right?
Yeah, just have to get out of there.
You still don't believe that we're going to win, do you?
Well, I'm not exactly convinced that we did everything we should have done.
We did everything that we had to do. It would really help if you had a little more faith in your wife and me.
I have plenty of faith in Julie. Maybe I'll have more in you after the verdict comes back.
Chris, when you brought me on this case, I told you I would reunite Julie with Christina, and I will.
Why is Julie so important to you? When you took this case, I never imagined you'd get so involved.
You know, I never imagined you'd be such a loving husband.
People change.
Your devotion is touching.
And yours is puzzling.
Mine is professional. Yours, on the other hand, I'd be careful.
Of what?
Sometimes when people get so emotionally involved, they become vulnerable.
Well, you know, I'm not quite sure that that's a bad thing, Rachel. Maybe you ought to try it sometime.
This is taking too long. Why are they making me wait, Scott?
Maybe she's finishing up a ham and cheese sandwich.
I don't like how confident Dara Jensen looks. Maybe she knows something we don't.
She's just trying to intimidate you.
The story of my life might end right here in this courtroom. And what if this is it? What if after today it's prison?
Come on, Julie. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, but the options for you are a little more appealing.
Well, then you should try and concentrate on something positive. That's what I always do.
Like what?
Well, you know, when I'm in some kind of trouble or whatever, I always think about my family. I think about Lucy, I think about Serena, and I think about Christina.
I could see how thinking of that sweet little face could keep you afloat.
So, think about something you want. Think about someone you really want to be with.
That's easy.
So, is it working?
Yes. Yes, you have given me good advice. There's no way I'm going to give up.
All rise. This trial court for the state of New York is now in session. The Honorable Anita Martin presiding.
Be seated. Bring in the jury, please.
Counsel stipulate the jury being present and properly seated waive the reading of the roll call?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then we'll proceed. Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor. How is he?
You're his well, you're close to him. Maybe you can find out why he won't eat.
What, he didn't eat his lunch?
Or breakfast. In fact, he's barely touched his food since regaining consciousness.
Okay, thanks. How are you, sport? See the Knicks and Supersonics last night? It was a great game. What do we have here? Harry Potter. Yeah, I saw a kid reading this upstairs. How is it? Say, remember how we talked about playing Little League? You know, spring training's right around the corner. I thought I might coach the team.
Only Dad's coach.
Oh, come on. You know that's not true. Now, if you don't want me to coach the team, I can understand that. I won't bother you. You just get some rest, okay? I'll check in with you later.
Hello?
Frank, it's Joe. Is Courtney there?
She's headed back to GH.
Well, you might want to come too.
What's up?
Neil's refusing to eat.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please rise? Please, read the verdict to the court.
Courtney, wait up.
I'm just going in to see Neil.
I know, but before you do, there's something you need to know. He's not eating. He's refused breakfast and lunch. I'm hoping I can get him to drink this protein shake at least.
Well, why isn't he eating?
My guess is a reaction to everything that's happened. Stress. He's kind of tuned out. I don't blame him.
Well, you know what? Maybe I can try one of the old tricks I used for his chemo treatments.
I don't think any old tricks are going to work at this point.
Well, we can't do nothing, Joe. He's got to eat.
Got it covered. Neil loves these things.
As to the count of murder in the first degree, we, the jury in the state of New York versus Julie Devlin Ramsey, find the defendant not guilty.
Oh, my God, he's not guilty. Did you hear him?
Loud and clear.
Nice work, counselor. Oh, Scott, thank you. No matter what you believe about me, this verdict wouldn't have been possible without you.
I was just doing my job.
Well, you did it brilliantly, and you'll never know how much that means to me.
Everyone, please take your seats. Please. Mrs. Ramsey, you are no longer under this court's jurisdiction. You are, however, still under the care and supervision of the staff at Ferncliff. You will return to Ferncliff until the doctors finalize your release. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's never easy being a juror. However, it forms the very basis of the true administration of justice in this country. Thank you for your time and your service. You are all excused. Court's adjourned.
Oh, we did it. We really did it. You did it. Oh, I couldn't have without you and Chris. Oh, no, it's all over now. So then why do I have to go back to Ferncliff? It seems so unfair. Oh, it's just a formality. You just have to pass an exit examination, and you're going to breeze right through it.
Come here, gorgeous.
Oh.
Get over here.
Oh. It's finally really over, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Now we could be a family. You, me, and Christina.
Well, great minds think alike, huh?
Please, Frank and I have nothing in common.
What is your problem?
Frank, Joe, come on, let's just...
You called me and told me that Neil wasn't eating.
You got a right to know, Frank.
Hey, you didn't expect me to do something about
I don't care what you do. You can do whatever you want. Just don't assume that I'm taking backseat when it comes to Neil.
Joe.
Hey, listen, you have to understand. Neil and I were close before he ever knew I was his father.
Oh, boy. You throw that word around like you know what it means.
I have gotten through to Neil at times when you and Courtney couldn't.
I know, but that was before he found out that his little Uncle Frank was a liar.
I don't give a damn what the hell you think about me.
Okay.
But Neil is my son, so get out of my way and let me work through this.
Hey, why don't you do your little bonding session some other time, Frank, okay? We got a little boy in here who's not eating, and I have the best chance of getting him to turn around.
You might be the one he's least angry with, but I don't think that you're the one who should be trying to get him to eat. You should.
Me?
You have seen Neil through more rough times than either of us. If anyone can get him through this, it's you.
You really think so?
His mother. That is the one solid thing he still knows.
So I heard the hospital food was particularly gross today. You know what? I don't blame you for passing on it. I've had my share in, and it stinks. So I brought you something. It tastes a whole lot better than rubbery chicken and slimy jello. Look, it has all your favorites in it.
The guard said we could have a few minutes before you go back to Ferncliff. Oh, not even the thought of going back to Ferncliff can make me feel bad today. Good.
I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Oh, Matt.
Julie. Well, I guess it wouldn't be polite if I didn't say congratulations.
Even if you didn't mean it.
You won your freedom. I don't have to like it. I have to accept it.
Matt, thank you for coming to the trial. I know you still have your doubts about me, but maybe one day you'll believe what those 12 jurors do.
We'll see.
Well, I bet you two are ready to party.
A few martinis sounds like a plan.
Well, don't expect this martini bud to be joining you.
It's your loss.
I just hope you don't end up the big loser, Chris.
Hey.
Well, you must be very proud of Scott.
Oh, I guess today didn't quite turn out the way you wanted it to, huh, Doc?
That's putting it mildly.
Okay, well, you know that this godforsaken trial is over. Can't we just let Julie get on with her life?
I wish I could. But I can't, not as long as I feel that something isn't right.
You know, I always usually trust your wonderful, smart instincts.
I wish you would now.
I can't. How can I do that? Because mine are going in completely the opposite direction.
Just be careful, Lucy. Keep Julie at a distance.
Why are you so convinced she's dangerous?
Why are you so convinced she's not?
Okay, I tell you what if we just agree to disagree on this one, huh?
Wouldn't be the first time.
No. See you, Doc.
You did good, son.
I second that.
I know how difficult that was for you, but you did your duty. And you're a fine lawyer.
What do you say that to all your law partners?
Well, I'm not a partner, and I'm not a lawyer, and I agree with Lee.
Hey, Lucy.
Hey, there you are. Listen, this is over, right? We're done here, so let's concentrate now on the adoption, please, huh?
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's the big day.
I want you two there.
Oh, we wouldn't miss it.
Good.
We'll see you.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
So long.
Bye. Hey, you know all that stuff where they were saying over there. You deserve all that praise.
I gotta tell you something, Lucy. I was hoping that when I heard the jury say not guilty, that I would believe not guilty.
But you don't.
I don't.
Okay. That's okay, because I believe justice was served today, and it's done. Let's really forget about it and concentrate on adopting Christina.
You're right. You're right. Let's just move forward.
Exactly. We have so much to be happy about. Do you realize Christina is going to be a Baldwin very, very soon?
She's always been a Baldwin. It's just, you know, making it legal.
You're right. Thanks. I feel exactly the same way, but this is what I have in my head. Okay, you know how Serena always asks about the day she was born? Kids always want to know what happened the day I was born. Well, now we have Christina. We can't do that. But we can explain to her how she was adopted. I want to have everything special. You know, who was there, and write it down, maybe film it. I mean, I want to make her memories absolutely beautiful, okay?
Hey, I got a great idea.
What?
I'll call my friend Alvin at the lodge over there, see if I can get him to blow the cannon off, you know, when we sign the papers.
Great idea. Of course,
It's a good idea.
Earmuffs on Christina.
No, I'll come on the phone.
Okay, what'd you do? Bribe the jury?
No, cross my heart. You did this all by yourself.
I can't believe how much faith you have in me.
Come on now, you're my wife. And Christina's mother. Why wouldn't I?
Have you heard anything more about Christina's adoption?
Yeah, they signed the final papers tomorrow afternoon.
It's so fast. Why do I have to go back to Ferncliff at all? All I want is my baby girl.
You'll have her soon enough. Okay? You know, just breeze through the evaluation and we'll run right over to Scott and Lucy's and tell her that you are Christina's mother.
Yeah, but why is Rachel so convinced that my only chance of getting Christina back is to wait until I'm proven a fit mother?
Rachel is wrong. We need to claim Christina before Scott and Lucy finalize that adoption.
You're right. I can't believe it, Chris. Soon I'm going to have my little girl back.
Mrs. Ramsey, it's time to go.
I'll meet you back at Ferncliff.
How do you feel about trying to wipe that smile off Rachel Locke's face?
What'd you have in mind?
That message we heard on her answering machine?
You mean the one for Livy?
Yeah. Let's see if it elicits any response from her.
Lead the way.
Rachel, I have to say you must love winning.
About as much as you hate losing. You know, you gave it your best effort, Kevin. You just failed.
And you gave it your best effort and you succeeded. Livy.
What'd you call me?
You mean no one ever said you seemed like a Livy before?
No. I've never even heard the name. Excuse me. Did you see the look on her face?
I sure did. And it seems like we're one step closer to finding out what makes Rachel run. I'm just sorry it has no bearing on Julie's case.
Well, Julie is soon to be among us once again.
That doesn't mean I'm about to back off.
You know, I think I can almost hear the wheels spinning in that mind of yours.
That's because they are. Trying to find a way to make sure that Julie isn't a danger to herself or anyone else.
But after the evaluation, Julie's free to go. What more can you do? Why do I even ask?
He was like a stranger.
Well, he's a kid, Courtney. He doesn't know how to show his feelings.
What if he never lets me in again, Frank?
Oh, he will. It's just gonna take some time, you know? I fought so hard with you about not telling him I was his dad. Maybe you were right all along.
Okay, guys, this is the situation. If he doesn't eat, I'm gonna have to put him on a feeding tube.
Whoa, slow down. You don't make all the decisions here.
Frank, he can't afford to get any weaker.
I'll work on getting him to eat.
His own mother couldn't get him to eat. What makes you think you can?
Well, I'm sure as hell gonna try.
Okay, that's enough. Do you think feeding tube's necessary?
Well, I mean, if he doesn't eat, he's gonna die, yes.
Then we should do it.
Courtney?
Frank, Joe has been Neil's doctor for a long time. I trust him.
And I think I should have something to say in what happens to my son. Those tubes are awful. Look, let's put the tube off for one day. That's all I ask. One day. And let's see if Neil eats on his own.
Okay, one day, but that's it, okay? He needs his strength if he wants any chance of getting back into that clinical trial.
Have you heard anything at all from Karen?
She spoke to one doctor out in L.A. He turned her down. But she's going to go over his head to a superior. But so far, no luck. Guys, we still have the blood drive, okay? There's always a chance a bone marrow donor will be found.
You never know. A miracle could happen.
Let me see. Oh, it's 42, not 43. Now, homework finished.
Dad?
Yeah?
Lucy said the trial ended. Who won?
Julie's, free, not guilty.
So Julie didn't kill John?
That's what the jury believes.
There's this kid in my class, Sam. He got in trouble for taking Becky Wilson's Pokemon cards. He said he didn't do it, but nobody believed him.
So what happened?
Turned out that Becky's little sister took the cards, not Sam. We all felt really bad.
Well, you see, there's a lesson there. We shouldn't punish anyone unless we're absolutely sure they deserve it.
Well, you know, on that note, I think we need to get excited about Christina's adoption ceremony tomorrow. Who's ready? She's ready.
She's ready, and I am ready.
Oh, you know, I already put your card you made for her in her baby book. It looks great.
I am so psyched that you guys are allowing me to skip school so I can be with you.
Well, of course. You know, I want to have all of the family present at this adoption.
Do you realize come tomorrow you're going to be with us forever and ever and ever and ever? Ever and ever and ever.
To Julie. All right, here. And when we get out of this place, we'll celebrate with the real thing.
How soon can I have the exit evaluation?
Today. I already planned for it.
Oh, gosh, Rachel, thank you. Oh, you keep coming through for me.
And I always will.
Well, promise, this isn't going to be hard.
No. Just a couple of questions and you'll be out of here.
I can't believe this nightmare is finally over.
Not quite yet. Get out of here, Collins. It's a private party.
Julie, you do know you have to pass an exit evaluation before you can be released.
Yes, I've already arranged for that. It's going to happen today. Someone from Ferncliff is going to examine her.
I spoke to the head of the state mental health department. A psychiatrist disassociated from Ferncliff will conduct her exit evaluation tomorrow.
What is your problem?
I'd say it's that Kevin doesn't know when to give up. Julie's been given her life back. There's nothing that you can do to stop that.
Maybe not, but I can at least try to get her the treatment she needs before she's released.
She's getting the treatment she needs right now from me.
Then you wouldn't have a problem with an unbiased therapist conducting her evaluation.
I won't forget this, Kevin.
This guy's out for blood.
Well, he's not going to get away with it.
Rachel, you have to do something.
I'm going to go ask some questions. I'll be right back.
What am I going to do? Tomorrow will be too late to stop the adoption.
We'll get out of this place, whether Kevin Collins likes it or not.
I don't. I could lose Christina forever.